Here's the truth. You don't just fall into good habits. You decide to build them. And once you do, they stop feeling like discipline and start feeling like freedom. Let's be real for a second. College is basically one big experiment in habits. You got some freedom, deadlines, distractions, and no one's holding your hands. The habits you build now will decide whether your life feels like chaos or control. But here's the thing, habits don't just magically show up, you have to allow them to form. And that starts when you understand how they actually work. Let's talk about it. So, your brain loves shortcuts, like it is super obsessed with conserving energy. And that's why habits exist in the first place. So, you can solve problems without wasting your time or mental effort. If your brain already knows a quick way to get to a solution, it'll stick to it. The problem, though, when you want to do something new, like a workout routine or a new study system, your brain has to work harder. And that discomfort makes quitting tempting. That's why most new habits die in the first week. Not because they don't work, but because they feel harder than your brain wants them to be. And that's why there's something called the habit feedback loop. This is something my dad always says to me: action, fail, identify. You do something, you fail, you figure out why, and then you improve. That's how habits stick. It's not about getting it perfect the first time, it's about iterating it until it fits your life. In Atomic Habit, James Clear talks about the 4 stages of habits. Every habit you have, good or bad, follows 4 steps. You have your cue, you notice a trigger, for example, you see your phone light up. Then you'll have a craving. You want the reward. You're curious what the notification is. And then you respond. You take action. You unlock your phone. And then you'll have your reward. You get satisfaction on learning what the notification was. James Clear says every reward serves one of the 2 purposes: to satisfy us or to teach us. If any one of those 4 stages is weak, if the cue is unclear, if the craving isn't strong, if the response is too hard, or the reward isn't worth it, the habit won't stick. And lastly, this is why good habits equal freedom. A lot of students think that habits kill spontaneity. Actually, the opposite is true. Good habits give you freedom. They free up your time, your energy, and your mental space so you can focus on what actually matters. They let you live intentionally instead of constantly reacting to whatever's in front of you. So here's the challenge: pick one habit you want to build this semester, break it down into the 4 stages, make the cue obvious, the craving strong, the response easy, and the reward satisfying. Because when you control your habits, you control your future. And that's the kind of freedom worth working for.